talking about using quinine to treat coronavirus or prevent it. And I want to be frank with you that this is absolutely inappropriate advice. And in my perspective, it's malpractice. And let me explain why. Quinine was actually limited in its market use with malaria because it actually has some pretty significant toxicities. It can cause what's called neutropenia or agranulocytosis. It actually suppresses the white cells when taken too much. So if you take in too much quinine, it can actually suppress your immune system too far and can be life-threatening and dangerous. So I do not recommend taking large doses of quinine to treat your corona or prevent coronavirus because of its risks. That's why it was actually limited in its use with physicians because of its potential for harm, not benefit. Now, it can be used to treat malaria in combination with a couple other medications, but that's in combination. But using quinine alone, it will not treat the coronavirus or suppress it. There's no data at all to substantiate that, number one. Number two, the recommendations that I've heard from a couple people, including this particular person that's out there being spread amongst thousands and thousands of shares, which just blows me away, is the use of tonic water. Now, one of the things that we know is that those who have the most severe reaction to the COVID-19 or the coronavirus, these patients actually are insulin resistant. They're patients with metabolic syndrome. Tonic water is basically like Schweppes, which was being recommended, is basically high fructose corn syrup and sugar with some quinine in it and some and carbonated water. This is pure sugar water with quinine. The absolute worst thing that you could be using to treat this particular virus because of what it does to those who have insulin resistance. And I have some patients that are actually diabetic and pre-diabetic that were looking for tonic water because they wanted to use it. If you drink tonic water, you're creating diabetes. That's the problem. But you're basically drinking carbonated sugar water. It's like I would rather you drink a Coke than tonic water because of what it does. Don't do that either. But that's the concern, is that you should not use tonic water or quinine as a preventative medicine. I don't recommend it. The dumbest idea I've ever heard, and in my perspective, malpractice. It's just absolutely bad advice. Why would you take a medical advice on a severe disease like this from a chiropractor? I don't know. But it's being spread lots and lots and lots, and I'm probably going to get backlash from this. I don't care. For those of you who are my patients, do not use tonic water. It's bad for you. It actually increases your risk of susceptibility to this disease, especially if you have insulin resistance, hyperinsulinemia, or prediabetes. Don't use it. Remember, those with the severe reactions to the coronavirus are pre-diabetic. They produce excess insulin. They're the ones that have hypertension, heart disease, pre-diabetes or diabetes. They're the most at risk. And if you're drinking tonic water, it's going to make it worse, absolutely worse, kick you out of ketosis, worst thing you could do. So please do not follow the nonsense crap advice that's out there. For my patients, the recommendations that I'm recommending, just generally as a good viral prevention, generally, a ketogenic diet, 30 milligrams of zinc, melatonin at night, 5 to 10 milligrams, adequate sleep, a little exercise, and some sun exposure. And then wear your mask if you're out in public, if you're among other people. 5 or 6 most important things you can do to prevent this from happening. Wash your hands, wash surfaces that are touched a lot by a lot of people. Please do not take the advice, the very bad advice of people who have no license or right to give this kind of advice because they don't understand this. Absolutely wrong. Quinine is dangerous to be used in excessive amounts. In the form of tonic water, it's the worst thing you could do in this case and will actually make you worse. So please just remember that. For your health and the health of those around you, I just wanted to give you a little 4-minute, 5-minute blip on something you can do and to be wise on. So people keep sending me this video and it's driving me insane. So do not use tonic water. It's not going to help you. It'll make you sick. Tonic water plus coronavirus creates bad diabetes and risk for worsening infections. So just don't. If you get sent this video, the best thing you can do is delete it. Just delete it. Important. Take care, guys. Have a good evening. Good night.